Assalamu alaikum friends, and welcome back to another awesome video on LULU Island, Manar Abu Dhabi. So as you know, the winter break has settled in and a lot of us really want to go on holidays, and why not try out LULU Island? And as you know, there's always a long queue, especially on holidays, and according to the video, it doesn't really seem that much. Right now I guess it does, but for in real life, you don't even know what it's like to wait, to stand and wait for the extreme amount of time the ships come in. And after crossing a bunch of these aisles, we almost came to our waiting area where we go and buy tickets and then wait for the boat. So here we are. Here's the map of the Lulu Island. And while my dad pays for the tickets, here's a look of the beautiful beach side. And there's a faraway island along with some boats and ports. There were some really colorful colors around there, which I thought was Manar Abu Dhabi, but apparently it's not, and we're going somewhere different. So here's the boat tickets. There's five. I think there's two for us, three for us, and two for our parents. And here is also the handband. Apparently you have to wear one on your hand and carry one as a boat ticket. So after what seemed like 3 or maybe 4 hours, the first passenger boat started docking in. Although we weren't close enough to getting on there, we were a bit too far from the main entrance, so that's why we couldn't get there. But the second boat that did arrive for us, we will get on that one. And while we wait for the next boat, why not we look at some facts about Manar Abu Dhabi? Manar Abu Dhabi is an innovative public art initiative that brings together spectacular light sculptures, projections, and immersive installations created by local and international artists. Oh, look, I think our boat arrived. Oh, and so as we are docking in the one of those two passenger boats, I can tell you that it was extremely fun, especially in this weather, as everyone prefers to be sitting on the top, taking in the wind and the spectacular views on the boat. So finally we are getting inside the boat, and this feels really relieving, because for waiting too long, I think this is worth it. Like getting a boat, finally it's worth it. So as we get on the boat, let's look at some more facts. As a critical pillar of the Public Art Abu Dhabi initiative, Lulu Island is one of the prime locations for these mesmerizing artworks, from breathtaking light displays to fascinating installations. The island is transformed into a lighthouse of cultural expression, guaranteed to leave a lasting impression on visitors and locals alike. So as I said before, we are finally on the boat, and the amazing view is actually gonna come in soon. Let's take a quick picture before we dock. And oh, we're finally leaving. So the faraway views of the ocean as well as the cities, they look amazing. I mean, look at the colors and the beautiful light displays. And so this is the interior of the ship. We were sitting on some comfortable cushions while looking out of these really tall, beautiful, and mesmerizing looking buildings. So as we were leaving, we apparently found one of these amazing looking kitchens. As you know, these boats are extremely luxurious and nice and expensive looking. So here we are finally in Manar Abu Dhabi Island. So there's our stroller, and let's go and along and walk from the beautiful displays. There's the big Manar Abu Dhabi sign and the information board. So again, why don't we look at more facts about the Lulu Island? Lulu Island, or Manar Abu Dhabi, is a Public Art Abu Dhabi initiative that aims to transform the natural scenery within the city through a captivating series of light art exhibitions by incorporating immersive installations and illuminating works of art at various locations across the city. Manar Abu Dhabi serves as a cultural milestone for the region. One of the primary sites for these exhibitions is Lulu Island. The initiative has a significant impact on the city by grounding the light in the form of innovative art projects, celebrating both the creativity of its artists and the beauty of Abu Dhabi itself. It plays a vital role in fostering the growth of art and culture in the emirate, contributing to the city's overall development. So if you look before, you could see that it said the translation island, and that is one of the first artworks to come in the Manar Abu Dhabi island. So as we are walking through this amazing stream of light, here's the extremely amazing light Batman type projector from before. So here's the translation city stream 2023. So the contemporary and traditional poems are presented in several languages as a slow stream of letters, which are projected onto a long stretch of trail. The letters move gently and meander down the island trail, inviting the public to follow them. As people walk, their presence is detected and the letters form readable poems close to them, which disappear as the visitors move on. The stream is controlled by fluid dynamic equations, which ensure that the flow pattern is always unique. The poetry is the most challenging type of writing for translation. The reading here becomes an embodied path, with languages seamlessly morphing and switching between each other with interaction. Our next stop is the sitting area or the cafe area. According to the tour guide, each time we will have bathrooms and cafes to relax and get food so we can stretch ourselves and make ourselves strong for the next stretch of the journey. So here you can see there are different cafes and different sitting areas. Actually, what we ordered is French fries for me, my brother, and my younger brother, and then we sat and there's the next art piece. It's called the recorded assembly. So as you look on with the extraordinary boards with our faces on them, I will give you some awesome facts to tell you. The first activity which catches your attention is entitled the recorded assembly, where you can go into the little video booth and your image is transferred onto a gigantic screen in the background, or the three screens there. And there am I on the big second board. It looks pretty surreal, always lagging, and it looks extremely scary for me. Anyway, if you have two friends with all of you, you can use an individual booth and you have collective images cast onto the screen, all for the love of the grand. The art piece 4 out of 10 is the Pulse Island. The Pulse Island is basically a bunch of Edison light bulbs that react with your heartbeat. You just put it under you put your hand under a sensor, and then they go along with your beat. Apparently, those are one of the sensors right there. So you will see further in the video that me and my brothers as well as my family will try out the Edison light bulbs. So next up, you can wander into the Pulse Island, a forest full of light. Here you are greeted with an array of 4,000 light bulbs that will glimmer to the rhythm of your heartbeat, a creepy yet enlightening experience. So as I said before, here is the sensor that detects your heartbeat, and then it like moves along with your heart. The next art piece, or piece 5 out of 10, is the thermal drift. So a thermal drift is a large wall presents an uncanny and amplified mirror of visitors and their environment. In this piece, thermal cameras detect not light but heat, as it is emanated by bodies, nearby vegetation, Abu Dhabi, and a fire pit where people congregate. By translating heat into light, the piece makes tangible dissipation from the body into the atmosphere, and vice versa, showing that the human does not end at the epidermis but is in flux with the surrounding environment. Here, dispersion also activates a redistribution of power normally held by the position of image taking, to allow the spectral subject to be on the witnessing end of image making. So next up is the Dune Ringers. So the Dune Ringers is basically an installation to transform the Dune Valley on the north of Lulu Island. People walk into the valley, see the dunes interactively illuminated by lines to react to the voices and sounds picked up by several area microphones. Periodically, echoes of everything that was said before return in the form of traveling waves of light and sound. So it was pretty creepy and yet surreal at the same time to see light reacting to our voices, as it felt like I had some sort of power or something. Piece 8 out of 10 is the Translation Lake. Three small Abra boats float in Lulu Island's central lake. These are illuminated form within the glimmering white lights that have a certain rhythm. As a participant approaches the shore and stands on viewing platforms on the north and south, one can hear the glimmer is synced to an artificial intelligence voice that is constantly translating James Joyce's Finnegan's Wake into Arabic, Urdu, and Hindi, and other languages that can be selected using a physical interface. Oh, unfortunately, while I was explaining, another art piece came up. So this is apparently called the Shadow Tuner. This is the world's largest spherical aerostat. Is filled with cold air and suspended from a 14 meter tall mast. The sphere is illuminated with bright ground lights that cast shadows of passers-by, which go from 2 meter to 14-meter height depending on how far the visitor is from the light source. Projected onto the sphere is a rotating image of Earth. As shadows overlap different cities and they tune local radio stations, creating a global tuning device. So you can see this may create a fisheye like impression, though it is actually impressive to look at. So the last and final art piece of them all is the sandbox. So this piece consists of the projection onto the sandy ground of Lulu Island to create an interactive arena measuring 20 by 20 meters. Two elevated small sandboxes placed on risers beside the arena feature tiny projections of people who are on the arena in real time. As participants reach out to touch these small ghosts, a camera detects their hands and relays them live onto into two of the world's brightest projectors, which hang from a boom lift and project the hands over the arena. In this way, people share three scales: the tiny sandbox images, the real human scale, and the monstrous scale of special effects. So as you can see, this is apparently how it works. I'm basically running around while everyone else tries to dig me up, honestly. So apparently all of the art pieces are done. Well, this is technically not an art piece, it's just the artist's biography. And here is the seaside view of the last art piece. Apparently this is like a beach way, and another different and final art piece which shows the creativity of the artists in the international and non-local artists in the UAE. So the bus has finally arrived and we're going. So finally we are getting on the boat, and last minute warnings for all of us. If you're going here, then you do not really wear comfortable shoes, because you're gonna be walking quite a lot, especially at least 2 kilometers or so. So if you have children, you really need to wear comfortable shoes, because of course there will be problems, problems that will annoy us and our children. And we're meeting the end of the video. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe.